Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Bobby Peacock, aka DJ Peacock, coming to give you guys the most vibrant experience through content creation. Now, today, we're gonna talk about this vintage lens challenge that I just got done doing. So huge shout out to Mr. Caleb Hoover. Feel free to check out his YouTube link. So we're really going to talk about three things here. We're going to talk about the lens, how I shot it, and then editing and music. So let's jump right into it. I was on YouTube, I saw Caleb's video, and it was absolutely amazing. So I was like, okay, I hit up a couple pawn shops thinking, hey, they might have some vintage lenses. The pawn shops I went to, they had absolutely no cameras. Alright, well, what's next? So then I hit up Facebook Swap, and Facebook Swap was like, yo, we got nothing to offer either. So I was like, you know what? No, I have one. Hold on a second. Gotta find it. No. I got it. I have this lens and I have an adapter, and this lens actually broke the electronics of my adapters. Luckily I have insurance, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Shameless insurance plug, just like that. So I was like, looks like I'm gonna have to use this. But there was one problem with this lens. See, it works on this adapter, but the problem was the focal length. See, let's talk about the camera that I use it on. Okay, I used it on a Lumix GH5, which I absolutely love, but the Lumix is not a full frame camera. It's not even an APS-C camera. It's a micro four thirds, and guess what? It has a 2x crop. The focal length on this lens is a 135. You times that by 2 equals, if I do my math right, is a 270. A 270. So I had to figure out how to shoot this video with a 270 2.8. So I kept the aperture obviously super wide open, and now let's talk about how I shot it. I'm in my office, which my office is not very big. I mean, it's a shared office, and I was like, you know what? I set up my camera and I'm like, I'm just gonna try shooting it, and so I did, and I was just doing some test shots. I'm like, you know, I have this idea. So I shot this idea, and it went really well. And so then I decided, you know what, there's kind of a common theme. If you saw it, the first couple of images were very clear and crisp, but then I was like, started shooting things. So then I was like, I'm gonna start shooting through things. And so there's two computers. I shot this right here through two computers, and then I was like, okay, how can I make this even more unique? So I'm gonna put this lens down, but let me find the things. Hold on. And where are they? Ooh, where do they go? Oh, yeah. I got them. So let me switch hands here. So I started shooting through things to add a little extra texture. In one of the shots that you'll see, I shot through this, which is a Rode VideoMic Pro. And you're thinking, how did you shoot through this? Well, if you put it right kind of like that, and you can shoot a little bit through it, and it's just a little bit in the way, it adds a little texture. Not much, but it does. I'm gonna put this down. So then I was like, yo, I got a light. So I started shooting through a light, right? So what happens if I put this light right here? As you can see, it adds just a little bit of texture in that corner. But not only that, if I got this little LED light here, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna turn this bad boy on and do something like that. You know, this is a very bad example right here. There we go. Something like that. Boom. See how it's adding texture right there. See, even something similar, just like that. Just like that. Okay. I decided, hey, we could do some textural things, and so that's what I did. I shot through things and came up with this progression of shots, and it turned out, I would say it turned out pretty decent. So then I go to the editing suite and I start looking, making sure that I got all the shots that I need. And this challenge was 60 seconds, so that was very difficult because my first timeline, I edited in a very, very weird way. I edit like some of the shots that I need, and I figure out, okay, this is my timeline, and then I get the music. A lot of people say, hey, you need to get the track first, but I like to see how the progression of things match up first before I find my track, just to make sure that I have all of my good shots. And so I chose to do that and made sure everything's good. Luckily I didn't have to reshoot anything, which was amazing. So then I go on to Soundstripe, which I absolutely love. Soundstripe is amazing. They have amazing music and they have amazing artists on there. I was like, I really don't have that much time to invest in this video, but I'm going to see what I did. So I was on there for 3 minutes, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I downloaded like 2 tracks, and then I clicked on one, and it was like the perfect track. When you hit that track and it's like, holy cow, like this is perfect. That's exactly how I felt with this track. So then I'm like, okay, here we go. Edit it. And at first it was like 1:30, and then I had to edit it down, and so finally I got it, and I had to switch a couple of things out, and so it took me realistically about an hour to edit. I didn't really do much of a color grade. I really just made sure that my exposure for the most part was set, and then I realistically just put a LUT that looked good over it, which I don't always recommend doing. If I had more time, I'd probably obviously color grade each image to make sure that it looks very similar or looks alike. And so that's kind of the process of behind the scenes of what I did. And this is for my man Caleb, Mr. Hoover. Okay, I gotta put this out there. See, me and Mr. Caleb Hoover, we live in the same city. So you know what that means is I have, hold on, a 135mm lens here. Caleb Hoover, I got a challenge for you, my brother. I want you to shoot something on this vintage lens. Obviously it has to stay on this adapter, but I want you to shoot something on this vintage lens, but handheld. Can you imagine a video of Caleb Hoover shooting on a 270mm handheld just to see what happens? I mean, it might turn out great, it might not turn out good. Well, no. So maybe that video will be coming up on either my channel or his channel. I think it's a great idea. I think we should do a behind the scenes video of it, but I think we should both shoot on this handheld just to see what it's like. So maybe I'll put a handheld progression together, but I want Caleb to do it. So Caleb, let me know. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, why don't you guys comment below what your favorite vintage lens is? And yeah, come and be part of this vintage lens challenge. It's really cool, but leave a comment below what your favorite vintage lens is. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, take out a baseball bat, and ring the bell to be notified for my next videos. And like always, you can find victory and boldness, so claim victory and be bold. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.